This conference will now be recorded.
Church will lead us in prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for a beautiful day you've given us and for the community of Monticello, how you've blessed us, how you've poured out your blessings on the community and the county. We thank you for each man and woman in this room who gives of their time, their talent, and their ability. I pray, Father, you would give them wisdom to make decisions that honor you and make the community better. We pray in Jesus' name.
Amen. Roll call, please, Robin.
Mr. Reed?
Here.
Mr. Woodham?
Here.
Mr. Carey?
Here.
Ms. Lively?
Here.
Ms. Yoon? Mr. Burris?
Here.
Mr. Broderick?
Here.
Mr. Kuhn?
Here.
You have a quorum?
Thank you. Public participation, in-person participation. This is an opportunity for the public to provide public comment to the presiding officer. Those wishing to speak are required to sign in prior to commencement of the meeting and must address council from the seat and table provided. The public comments must comply with ordinance 2014-02 and be limited to 5 minutes or less. Anyone tonight, Rob? Thank you. Remote participation. This is an opportunity for the public to provide public comment to the presiding officer. Public comments must comply with ordinance 2014-02 and be limited to 5 minutes or less. At this time, members of the public are able to attend public meetings by web conference and to submit public comment by email, voicemail, or through web conference. Is there anyone tonight more? Thank you. Moving on to consent agenda. Approval of documents and action items is listed. Claims report, claims dated May 28, 2025 through June 9th, 2025. Meeting minutes, city council meeting minutes, May 27, 2025. Budget report, April 2025. Permit report, May 2025. Police report, May 2025. Fire report, 2025. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented? So moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions of city staff? Hearing or seeing none, may I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Mr. Woodham?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Lively?
Yes.
Mr. Burris?
Yes.
Mr. Broderick?
Yes.
Mr. Kuhn?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Mayor's report, June 9th. Applications for the fall building improvement grant will be accepted through June 16th. Get the policy and application on the city's website. Thank you for everyone's patience during the last week's movie production. We will still see crews in town a couple more days this month, but they have been very accommodating to our community and had great things to say about their experience so far. Eli Aerotow, the International Giant Scale Model event, will be held June 11th through 14th at Eli Field. The Monticello Farmers Market begins this Thursday, June 12th in downtown Monticello and runs weekly through early October. The 70th Piatt County Rodeo is next week, June 19th through the 21st, with the rodeo parade the 21st at 10 o'clock a.m. The rededication of PFC Robert C. Burke Memorial Park will be held at 10 o'clock a.m. on Saturday, June 21st at the park, with a social beginning at 9 a.m. I hope you can all attend. Moving on to new business. Ordinance 2025-36, an ordinance approving the First Amendment to the redevelopment agreement between the City of Monticello and Heath Properties, LLC, concerning the property located at 1056 South Market Street, Monticello, Illinois. Callie?
Thank you, Mayor. I'm not going to go into too much detail for this because you all should hopefully remember the project basis, but as we do sometimes with the weather doesn't cooperate with exterior projects or contractor delays or things, we have 5 of the 8 that were awarded this round that are requesting delays. The first one is the 1056 South Market Street, Heath Properties. They had some delays with the subdivision process itself, with the platting, and then permitting delays. So they're requesting extension, and we would like to extend that to November 30th.
Is there a motion to approve ordinance 2025-36?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions of Callie? These things happen, we all know that. Not hearing or seeing any, may I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Mr. Woodham?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Lively? Yes. Mr. Burris?
Yes.
Mr. Roderick?
Yes.
Mr. Coon?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Ordinance 2025-37, an ordinance approving the First Amendment to the redevelopment agreement between the City of Monticello and Stewart's Family Hardware concerning the property located at 215 South Charter Street, Monticello, Illinois. Callie?
Thank you, Mayor. The applicant received an award for the exterior painting and signage improvements. His contractor thinks he'll be done June 30th, but history tells us we can't control the weather. So we're asking for a delay of probably be early July when he's done.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve ordinance 2025-37?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions of Callie? Not hearing any or seeing anyone with their hands up, can I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Mr. Woodham?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Lively? Yes. Mr. Burris?
Yes.
Mr. Roderick?
Yes.
Mr. Coon?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Ordinance 2025-38, an ordinance approving the First Amendment to the redevelopment agreement between the City of Monticello and Dalton and Caitlin Temples concerning the property located at 111 North State Street, Monticello, Illinois. Callie?
Thank you, Mayor. They had an issue with getting 15 of their custom ordered windows in. They are in. Now it's just the contractor lining up. So it just kind of backlogged everything. Similar situation.
Okay. Any comments, questions? Do I have a motion? No?
Oh, so moved, yeah.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Hearing or seeing none?
Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Mr. Woodham?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Lively? Yes. Mr. Burris?
Yes.
Mr. Roderick?
Yes.
Mr. Coon?
Yes.
Motion passes.
I get going like an auctioneer up here sometime. I apologize for my old age. Ordinance 2025-39, an ordinance approving the First Amendment to the redevelopment agreement between the City of Monticello and RNS Unlimited Incorporated concerning the properties located at 110 through 114 West Washington Street, Monticello, Illinois. Callie?
Thank you, Mayor. I will point out for all of these extensions, these aren't something we take lightly. In these particular instances, we check in on a regular monthly basis with the applicant to make sure that things are progressing. And in these particular cases, things are just out of their control. We've had instances in the past before we kind of redid this program where they wouldn't even get started until a month before the deadline. So we've kind of strengthened our application process and then the reporting process throughout then. But the next two applicants, it's a single contractor doing both of them, and he is very involved in the high school baseball team, and the season extended a little bit later than he anticipated. Good thing, right? So that just kind of, again, delayed both these projects. But this particular one is for 110 to 114 West Washington Street. It's just the masonry, signage, and facade improvements.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve ordinance 2025-39?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions of city staff? Hearing or seeing none, may I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Reed? Mr. Woodham?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Lively? Yes. Mr. Burris?
Yes.
Mr. Roderick?
Yes.
Mr. Coon?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Ordinance 2025-40, an ordinance approving the First Amendment to the redevelopment agreement between the City of Monticello and Kathleen Pyatt concerning the property located at 108 West Washington Street, Monticello, Illinois. Callie?
So this is in the middle of the block. It's the same cornice work as the applicant you just voted on. So they're all tied together literally. And so again, just extending that award.
Thank you.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? I don't think. Vote, please.
Mr. Reed? Mr. Woodham?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Lively? Yes. Mr. Burris?
Yes.
Mr. Roderick?
Yes.
Coon?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. Moving on to resolution 2025-41. A resolution approving a contract for the Phase 1 improvements at Oberheim Park. Harry Summers.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Some of you may have thought we would never get a resolution to you approving a contract, but here it is. This project was presented and approved to City Council for inclusion in this fiscal year's general fund budget with a proposed expenditure of $8 million for the Phase 1 improvements. The attached bid analysis letter includes the bid tabs showing the results of the 3 bidders. This resolution awards the project to Mid-Illinois Concrete and Excavation for $7,133,230. The anticipated start date is July 1 of this year, and hopefully will be substantially completed by July 1 of 2026. So little over 7.1 million for the contractor. There's still expenditures that will be going out of this year's for construction engineering. So it is recommended the City Council discuss and approve Resolution 2025-41 as presented.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve Resolution 2025-41, a resolution approving a contract for the Phase 1 improvements at Oberheim Park?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions of Terry before we vote?
I just think it's, like you say, we're at to the finish line or
The sort of beginning line.
beginning of.
Terry,
The best part is that it's almost $1 million less than what we approved.
so far.
The 8 million included the engineering too, so
Yeah.
far under where we were looking at. It is under.
How much are we looking at under, we were talking earlier about engineering fees, what are we talking about total? Roughly, I'll hold you to it.
10%, I think, 700,000.
So we're up to 7, 8 plus, almost 7, 9.
7.8, 7.9.
Why don't you touch on what we
So
were talking about?
we were just talking, I mean, before realizing that, it seemed to me like a no-brainer to upgrade to the concrete as opposed to the asphalt, just given the fact that asphalt's cheaper, asphalt's faster, it's easier to repair, but it has a much more costly maintenance long-term, whereas concrete's going to be a little bit more upfront cost, a little bit longer to install, it's going to be harder to repair, but it's going to be more dependable down the road. And like I said, that was a no-brainer before I realized the engineering costs and all had to be factored in as well. Just something to discuss. Obviously, it's something we could upgrade later, but when this bid comes in well under everybody else's, to me, it seems like a good time to piggyback on this good bid that we've received.
So bite the,
Very good bid on the concrete too.
Right.
Yeah. So just a thought.
so you're thinking just, let's go ahead and just bite the bullet.
Well, and yeah, I mean, it's something that if we did it down the road and say, hey, the asphalt is falling apart, we're tired of doing this, we've repaired it,
Costs us more.
it's going to cost us more because we're going to have to get rid of the asphalt. And while there's a bigger upfront investment now of $379,000, I don't think it's going to take long before we're going to be eating that in repair costs.
Yeah.
So I'm a little confused. I thought I could jump back and forth. Are we talking about putting concrete instead of asphalt or asphalt instead of concrete?
Concrete instead of asphalt.
All right.
So that I believe, and tell me if I'm wrong, the alternate bid number one,
That's what the 379,000.
379 would be if we went to concrete as opposed to asphalt. Is that correct?
Would be an additional.
Additional 379, but all of the asphalt in the park would be replaced with concrete, correct? Okay.
How much is the asphalt? Do you have a number? I don't, I should,
So the asphalt
instead of,
is about $1 million. Or I'm sorry, let me take that back. The concrete's about $1 million, but we're going to save 600,000 in asphalt cost.
And it will look better.
I think it'll look better, it'll last.
That takes us up to about 8.2, rough numbers. And their concrete bid was very good compared to the others. So do you take advantage of this?
I mean, to put that in perspective, the other bidders were 538,000, 571,000, and they came in at 379.
That makes me nervous.
And that's why I said it was a no-brainer until I realized that.
Well, it makes you nervous that it's so cheap in comparison?
Yeah. I'll be real honest. I hear what you're saying and I don't disagree. I just start hearing, I hear the cash register
Ticking.
ringing and because I know this under 8 million, I understand we're there, but that doesn't mean that's where we're going to stand.
Right.
Things happen, things go up. It just happens in construction.
Yep.
So.
And with such, the cash record or cash register ticking, I mean, we're going to get to a point where we want to go ahead and start this, but we don't know where we're going to end.
But that's construction. Sadly, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the base bid. And hopefully we don't encounter a bunch of change orders.
So just when we start thinking about change orders, one of the things that the city did years ago is they did a lot of the grading work and a lot of the pre-work. Is it safe to assume that that's still good work, still solid work, still, that won't need to be changed is probably the way I should ask it better.
What the city started at, what really had no bearing on
Okay.
what the contractor's going to be doing.
Okay.
The detention basin we started to dig is about the same location it is going to be when the contractor gets started. Yeah, very little bearing on.
Just trying to see if I'm just trying to ballpark if maybe there's something we can watch out for extra charges.
Right. Going on, and that explains like phase 2. Like, is it going to damage us if we have to replace that asphalt with something else in phase 2 once the fields are there? I mean, is that something that we're going to have to rebudget for the second part of this park, or?
I mean, asphalt life expectancy is 25 years.
But that's 25 years, but that's also, it's got to be treated every few years, yeah?
Right.
You can do crack sealing.
But there's not an overlay, you don't lay over the top of it?
These roads, Main Street, Independence, we're doing this year, are over 25 years old.
I know, I can see the bricks. Sorry.
No,
But it,
Terry, all things being equal, what would you prefer to have?
Right.
Spot.
that's what I'm,
Engineering background, right? Engineer, what would you rather have? I mean,
I'm fine with either one. My goal is I had an $8 million project budget.
okay, let me maybe,
So if you want to amend the appropriation ordinance, and we can do the concrete.
maybe a better, long-term, what do you think is a better value? Maybe that's a better way to.
So asphalt, we have to outsource that repair work has to be outsourced. Our city crews cannot repair asphalt. Patchwork is one thing, but you get a big rattling and we can't lay hot mix asphalt. We don't have the tools, equipment, labor, nothing. If it's a failed concrete panel, our public works guys can repair that.
oh,
So what you're saying then is to go to this, we need to change the appropriation to embrace that cost.
Probably would need to change the appropriation.
We have a rough number right now, ballpark 8.2.
We add 10% to the appropriation ordinance over what was budgeted. So we may still be fine, but
so we could still be in the ballpark of 8. with the concrete, with
The ordinance already.
the concrete.
You'll be over 8 million. Okay. If you want concrete with this bid and the construction engineering we still have to pay for, you'll be over 8 million.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah. But
Part of that will go in next year's budget, right, though? Because it's going to be completed next,
Okay,
Yeah.
let's not get excited about pushing it down the road.
right, no, but I mean,
It won't be completed.
million, we can, there's that possibility.
But the longevity of the concrete is actually smart, in my opinion. Because over time, the asphalt having to be repaired or patched, like I said, I mean, Main Street, I mean, have you seen them? Yeah, no. That actually makes more sense. So I'm actually okay with concrete. I hate to say it that way.
I look at it this way, it's 380,000 to upgrade to concrete.
Yep.
We either pay that now,
Yep.
or we pay it incrementally down the road for repairs.
Correct.
In 25 years, we're gonna have to replace it, you know, and like Terry said, we have the ability to repair and maintain that concrete
Exactly.
long-term.
And to maybe taking advantage too of what appears to be a bid on the concrete right now with the rest of the job.
So do I need, if this needs to be changed, do I need to ask for an amendment to the motion?
Yes. So,
Well, let's ask, is there an amendment to the motion?
So moved.
So moved.
What's the number we're amending?
It would be, instead of approving the 7.1, we'd be approving 7.4 to bring that alternate bid one into the.
Right.
I just want to make.
That's fine.
Number before we,
Okay.
yes,
I got you. I understand.
okay.
Terry, would tabling this till next meeting affect the start date project?
I have a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
Yeah.
Yes, one of us.
Go ahead. I just wanted to make sure I was clear.
I think Terry answered my question. I was just curious if postponing this till the next meeting to allow for further discussion would impact the timeline of the project.
It will.
It will.
It will. So I have an amendment. And it's been moved and seconded.
Yes.
Can I have a roll call, please, on the amendment?
Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Mr. Woodham?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Lively?
Yes.
Mr. Burris?
Yes.
Mr. Broderick?
Yes.
Mr. Coon?
Yes.
Okay.
Motion passes.
So now do we want to pass resolution 2025-41 as amended?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions before we proceed? I'm glad we're getting somewhere with this. Can I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Reed?
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Woodham?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Lively? Yes. Mr. Burris?
Yes.
Mr. Broderick?
Yes.
Mr. Coon?
Yes.
Very good.
Motion passes.
Good job. Okay.
so,
A long time ago. I'm glad you're here.
Excuse me.
somebody want to check my math, so I'll amend the award of the contract to $7,512,586.05.
You notice he started right when I put my thumb up. That's good. Okay, can we proceed now? Thank you, gentlemen and ladies. Lady. Resolution 2025-42, a resolution approving the engagement of the offices of Evans, Froelich, Beth, and Chamley for City Ordinance Council. Who's going to talk to this? Rob?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Obviously, we are tasked with
Enforcing ordinances approved by the city council. It may shock you, but sometimes residents do not abide by the ordinances or the several notices we send. So sometimes we have to engage attorneys to either file for sanctions or to have a judge request actions for those citizens to come in compliance with the ordinances. Our previous ordinance attorney, Ms. Drew Piper, is taking her practice in different directions. So we reached out and tried to get a few names that would be able to fill the spot for us. The losses of Evans, Froelich, Beth, and Shomley came highly recommended. I met with them. We're on the same page on how we want to proceed with ordinance violations. And I think they're going to be a good fit for us. So it is recommended that the city council discuss and approve resolution 2025-42 as presented.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve resolution 2025-42?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Do you have comments or questions of the chief? Hearing or seeing none, may I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Mr. Woodham?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Lively?
Yes.
Mr. Burris?
Yes.
Mr. Broderick?
Yes.
Mr. Kuhn?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Alderpersons reports. Mike Kuhn,
Have anything tonight?
Eric,
I do not.
Rodney,
Been a lovely day.
Tom,
Nothing other than I'm glad the ballpark
you and me too.
had a long.
Yeah, it's been too long.
Oh, and that's what I want to say. Congratulations to everyone who's been involved in this. As Mr. Hayes can attest, it's been going on for a long time. There's been a lot of people put a lot into this. And to finally be at that point where we can tell someone to get the shovels out and get to work, feels great.
That's good.
It's a great service to our community and will be benefited for years to come. So
I agree with you. Thank you. Cole?
No, sir.
Nope. You sure? You're smiling tonight even. That's
I know.
okay. Moving on to police chief's report. Chief Ross?
Very simple. Thursday starts the farmer's market, so there will not be parking allowed on Thursday afternoons and evenings from 12 to 6 on State Street between Main and Washington. So we're setting the signs out Wednesday morning, and then we'll kind of push it out on social media and any press releases for that.
Thank you. Fire chief's report, John Repke.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Last month, we ran 42 calls. Our first week of training, we were doing water supply, hydrant training, and we had the truck out, we had our gear on, and we got called for a basement fire. So that turned into live burn training. We were all ready to go. We took off within a minute and got that fire out within a few minutes. So it was kind of neat. Next week, we worked with hand tools and saws. And then third week, we had Carl come out. Carl did some training on patient assessment. One of the doctors, emergency room doctors that runs the ER comes out and does tests all the different firefighters on different type of, he throws out a scenario and then we have to kind of walk through it and assess the patient and what we would do. May 7th, we did a touch a truck for the second graders at the middle school. I think we've done it for 3 or 4 years in a row. It's kind of neat. The police are out there and the ambulance service. And last couple of years, we got the helicopter to come out, but it was, weather conditions didn't permit the helicopter. So kind of missed that. We were at the Kirby Derby, and then we did the Pike County Firefighters Association meeting. So that's about it. So thank you.
Thank you very much. City Administrator's report, Terry.
I just want to echo your comments about the PFC Robert C. Burke Park rededication. Saturday the 21st. And I've got no construction start date yet on the pavement rehabilitation projects, Main, Independence. As soon as I know something, I'll let you know.
Thank you. Any comments or questions of Terry? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Moved.
Is there a second? All those in favor, aye. Opposed, no. See you in 2 weeks.